guys, it's me. I'm in my store early, and I've lit some sparklers. Can you believe it's December 30th? I kind of can't. Because I go into a deeper book mode, about 1 o'clock on the 25th. And suddenly I realized that today is the last day we're open before the new year. Oh my gosh. So we are excited to have you in here today. I had to put up this sparkler. Oops, fire hazard. And I wanted to let you know that because even though you can always shop us online, we have great reasons for you to come in today. Of course, I've told you about our New Year's Eve box. If you want to get one of these, we put so much time into making the cutest little activity and recipe box available with fun things to eat, fun things to do, fun things to cook if you're into that. But I also wanted to show you some things that you can buy today if you want to, but I grew up without a lot of extra fancies, and so we had ways to make life really fun. And one of the things that came to mind was a candle, because I always think of New Year's Eve as, and of course we have these, you're free to buy them, in terms of what we're grateful for 2020. Come on, you can do it. Grateful. And then purposefulness for 2021. So maybe have a candle, go around your family twice, give them some time to think about what they'll do, but one round for things you're grateful for 2020 and things that you really are looking forward to or feel purposeful about for 2021. I love that, and it doesn't need to cost anything. Of course, we have some things if you want to come in for New Year's resolution-ish or purposefulness. This is a fun one to read anytime, and if you are together tonight, it's a combination of facts, 4 facts that kind of don't make sense taken apart, but together they make everyone nod and smile and think how clever. So, for example, this one is murderous frogs featured on Victorian Christmas cards, along with children being boiled in teapots and mice riding lobsters. What is up with that Christmas tradition? Mexico has a festival where nativity scenes are carved out of radishes. In 2014, they used 12 tons of radishes. Might need to Google that to see it. In 1494, get this, Piero de' Medici commissioned Michelangelo to sculpt him a snowman. You guys. And the fake snow in The Wizard of Oz and White Christmas was made of asbestos. Okay, so this is just a fun book to get people talking. One tradition you can start, and I'm a big believer in starting traditions and continuing them if you were smart enough to create them, is a walk. This is a lovely book of poetry by Ted Kooser, who took a walk every day for about 4 months and writes a very short poem about what he saw. This I love for 2020, Find the Good. It's actually an obituary writer in a small town in Alaska whose job it was to find the good in whoever came her way, and she did. And it is just fabulous. It makes you stop and think, and it makes you celebrate the everyday. This is a journal of, or it inspires you to create a journal of gifts, view the things that happen to you as gifts, and it definitely inspires journaling, a little bit of a faith basis here, but great for a New Year gift. Make your bed, which kind of makes me feel, like I'm getting punished. But Admiral here, we sell a lot of this at graduation, but it's great for everyday, kind of, I'm not a resolution person, but ways to make your life better, very purposefully and very straightforward. It's actually really great. So my tradition, of course, is reading, and so this book starts and ends on New Year's Eve. I do recommend, if you can handle the snow, come out today for it, because it is a joy, and sometimes the 31st can be a long day, so why not spend it not too long with this one? Of course, you guys know my favorite book of all time and author, Rosamund Pilcher. The best winter book ever. They get snowed in, and such a great cast of characters that you will never forget. One thing that I like to point out is even if you just use your regular dishes, we include in the box, and you can buy these separately, just little joyful things to put around your table and instant specialness. And you don't need to buy this. You can do something on your own, like maybe have the kids create a paper chain. And then everyone's a part of making the food feel special, even if it's a Happy Meal. If you do want to cook, though, two of our favorite cookbooks for this year, Appetizer Idea Book is included in, along with the garland, in the Happy New Year box. But in it, there's just really fun and easy ideas for tiny things. And I'm so smart now, you guys. I didn't leave it to myself to flip these open. I love this idea of creating a food that you might be able to make every year without resenting it. So I grew up in a meatloaf family, totally. I love this recipe for little meatloafs. It's in the appetizer book. And then our bestseller, of course, is Ina's new one. And I do not know if your family would like Swiss cheese baked in a raclette for fondue dipping. My kids might, not Tom, because they're in their 20s. But you don't need to buy a book to make chocolate fondue with chocolates and just cut up some bananas and strawberries. And if you feel motivated, a muffin or something like that. So food traditions, I think, are really important. And since I grew up not in a fancy way, my mom was great at doing things that didn't cost much, but made us so eager for things. And this is a scarf I am wearing. You can buy a blanket. Yes, we sell them, but you don't need to. She would put down a blanket, and we had a ratty old picnic basket. This is one I got stuffed with Italian food as a Christmas present, which was so nice. But my mom, when she would do the reveal on our bag, we would be so excited. And this is something we do sell, but you don't need to buy it. It's just a simple on and off piece of joy with, of course I can't find that button, but it's something that your kids might fight over, but you can turn it on and off, and it's sort of instant thrill, ooh, ah, right? Like when you light your Christmas tree. You can use it as a button for a game you might play. And again, you don't need to get one of these to sort of innovate that idea. I probably would have been thrilled with like a light bulb when I was a kid. Of course, a tradition. We just moved over our Christmas books to the best winter collection ever. So we have tons for all ages, classics. This is new. I love it. About Dougie, who loves that it's snowing and wants Boy, who's happily reading a book, to come play. It's just lovely in the most old-fashioned, fabulous way. Another thing my mom used to do is like create messy energy. Like this book, this is actually on our sale table. Putting something in and then throwing it and then having us run and get it. And she would often put in a certain, like a different color, and we each had to find a different color. So easy to do. If you want, and you have something like this, or you can create even like a Ziploc bag. My mom used to put these around the house too, sort of like a hunt, I guess like Easter egg, but something for each child to let them know you thought of them. You might just have something in there, a little lovey message in there for the new year. Starting new traditions makes me think of what I wish I'd done, but maybe I'll start with my kids tonight or tomorrow. It's a puzzle. Like, what if you did a puzzle every year? This one does come in our family New Year's Eve box, but just think how fun it would be to do it in the ensuing days, and you can kind of do it faster, which has tremendous satisfaction and is good for your brain. But also, you can do harder puzzles year after year. How fun is that? We have a few quiet time activities. I really encourage starting a quiet time tradition for your kids because I just found the 31st was a long day when I had little ones. And so we have things for that, or like this sort of thing. It's pretty handmade discs, but you can just go online and get little ideas for things to do and put them in little paper and maybe toss them or pick them, whatever. One idea that we always did, because there was a lot of energy, is these are dryer balls. And of course, they make you think of snowballs and throwing them at your sisters. So tears may ensue, but it's a super fun, large motor skill that if you have to be inside, you can do. Better, you don't need to buy these. You can use rolled up socks and toss them at each other, which is also super fun, until it isn't. If you really must buy presents, which of course I encourage. We just got these in. They're cashmere bed socks. They're sort of like the alpaca bed socks, only from England. And again from Scotland, these alpaca water bottles. How fun. I grew up with hot water bottles because my grandparents were from Scotland. And you just fill them up. It doesn't need to be boiling, but it is nice if it is. And this is such an old-fashioned cozy toes. It's sort of like lighting a candle because you know you're going to sit there for a while. As long as it stays warm, you sit down if you can. And so this is a great tradition. In my family, I was the youngest. So when everyone went to grandma's, we got a hot water bottle, except for me, because there were none more from Glasgow. And so I got a sweet potato that was roasted in a sock. It was not a cashmere sock. That is a true story. So this is one of my favorite books ever, any time of year. It is a quote book, and I know you're rolling your eyes, but these are truly inspiring quotes. And this is sort of my sort of journaling. I'm not the most disciplined. And what a great title for the new year. So you guys, I really hope that you come in today and of course enjoy our sale table, which I just changed from 25 to 35% off. But if you can't, we'll see you bright and early on January 2nd. And of course, never forget our online store. Just go to our website and click shop online. Okay, I've tarried too long.